The United States is the only country on earth that sentences children to die in prison.
You're stuck in a hole and there's no way for you to climb out, no light up there or anything.
How young is too young for a child to go to prison for life?
Your sentence is to remain in prison until you die.
Kids ought to be given a second chance.
A sentence of life without the possibility of parole is a sentence to die in prison. There's no time off for good behavior, no opportunity to prove that you've become a different person. Next to the death penalty, there is no harsher condemnation. As the senator said, the United States stands alone in the use of this sentence.
A decision just released by the U.S. Supreme Court will change the way juveniles are sentenced.
We worked a long time on this bill. It took us more than 5 years to ultimately pass SB 9.
People who were sent to prison with absolutely no hope of ever getting out, no incentive for doing well, now can live with this hope, and their families can live with this hope that there's an opportunity for them now.
I think the most meaningful parts of it for me were hearing from family members, mothers who, for the first time, let themselves think that maybe they'll live to see their son, come home.
There are people who talk about justice. And then there are people who build it. Elizabeth Calvin is one of those rare visionaries whose work doesn't just live in courtrooms or policy papers. It lives in the lives of young people who were once told they'd never have another chance. For more than 2 decades, Elizabeth has fought for the humanity, dignity, and future of youth impacted by the criminal legal system. As senior advocate in the Children's Rights Division of Human Rights Watch, she has helped redefine what justice looks like for children in California. Her advocacy helped shape some of the most transformative legislation in this state's history. SB 9, giving youth sentenced to life without parole a chance at freedom. SB 394, abolishing life without parole for minors entirely. SB 395, requiring that youth under 16 speak to an attorney before ever being interrogated by law enforcement. SB 1391, keeping 14 and 15-year-olds out of adult court. And SB 823, closing California's state youth prisons and opening the door to local rehabilitation and restoration. These weren't just policy wins. They were lifelines. Lifelines for the 14-year-old who stayed in juvenile court, for the 17-year-old with a path to parole, for the 15-year-old girl who was finally seen, heard, and protected. Elizabeth didn't just write policy, she wrote possibility. She didn't just change laws, she changed lives. Her impact echoes across California, in classrooms, in courtrooms, and in every young person who can now say, I got a second chance. Elizabeth Calvin, thank you for seeing our youth not as their worst moments, but as their greatest potential.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Elizabeth Calvin.
Elizabeth Calvin, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you have done and giving us hope.
I'm Frankie Guzman, Managing Director of Youth Justice and Equity at the National Center for Youth Law. As a person who grew up in the barrio, gang involved, and was committed to the California Youth Authority as a young teen, I know how important it is to have strong community organizations and youth justice advocates to support and to defend underserved youth through difficult periods in their lives. Because of this, I'm happy to join you virtually in honoring and celebrating my good friend and colleague, Elizabeth Calvin. I'm sorry I cannot be with you today, but know that I'm with you in spirit. And Elizabeth, I love you, I appreciate you, and I can't wait to celebrate with you in person soon.
Hey Elizabeth, Jay Vasquez here from Courage. Just want to say we love you, we appreciate you, and on a personal level, I hope you realize how much hope you gave to people like me. I was one of those juvenile lifers doing life at the age of 16, and I remember when Senate Bill 260 came out and passed, how much hope it gave me and so many other people like me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Love you.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth Calvin.
Thank you so much to Elizabeth Calvin.
Thank you for changing lives and laws. Thank you, Elizabeth Calvin.
Daryl Burnside. I'm a mentor for Freedom for Youth. And I just want to share about being a youth offender and being incarcerated since the age of 17. And then I got a letter from Miss Elizabeth Calvin, which I had never met her, never heard about her. Then fast forward to 2013 when I actually got a chance to see her in action when she came to my prison, Lancaster, to share about how SB 260 had passed. And I was grateful and thankful. And I want to support her today to show my gratitude and my thankfulness for her doing what she had to do for us youth offenders. I spent 23 years in prison and now I'm out in 2025. Thank you.
Hope and kind of all the iterations of what hope means, it's like oxygen. Like we need it. We need it to survive.